Most riders think getting older means hanging up the helmet for good, but here's what they don't know. Today's adventure bikes are more senior-friendly than ever before. Some will keep you riding into your golden years, others will send you straight to the chiropractor. We're revealing the 5 best and 5 worst adventure bikes for aging riders in 2025. Bikes that deliver comfort without compromise, and the ones that'll punish you for every mile. Stick around for the worst list, because these machines will make you question everything you thought you knew about adventure riding. The 5 best. Number 5, Honda NC750X. Ever heard of a bike that's uglier than a mud fence, but more reliable than your morning coffee routine? Meet the Honda NC750X. This thing won't win beauty contests. It looks like it was designed by engineers who forgot what pretty meant. But here's the secret. It'll outlast bikes that cost twice as much and look 10 times flashier. That 745 cubic centimeter parallel twin thumps out 58 horsepower. Not earth-shattering numbers, but delivered with Honda's bulletproof reliability. The kind that keeps running when prettier bikes are sitting in the shop. Why aging riders love it? Dead simple. Upright riding position that won't fold you like a pretzel. Seat height at just 31.6 inches. That's lower than most bar stools. Perfect for riders who want both feet planted solid at every red light. The DCT automatic transmission? Pure genius for aging hands. No clutch fatigue. No missed shifts in traffic. Just smooth, seamless gear changes that are actually faster than most riders can manage manually. And that 23-liter storage compartment where the fuel tank usually sits? It's like having a built-in top box. Perfect for carrying everything from groceries to rain gear without strapping anything to the outside. The suspension soaks up road imperfections like a sponge. The brakes are progressive and confidence-inspiring. Even the controls fall naturally to hand. No stretching, no cramping, just natural ergonomics. Starting at around $9,995, the NC750X is for riders who care more about getting there than looking good doing it. Parts are everywhere. Maintenance is straightforward, and reliability is legendary. Number 4, Suzuki V-Strom 650. What happens when you build a bike that's tougher than a $2 steak, but gentler than a massage therapist? You get the Suzuki V-Strom 650. That 645 cubic centimeter V-twin thumps out 67 horsepower with Suzuki's bulletproof reliability. The 90-degree crank gives you that V-twin rumble without the drama. Liquid cooling keeps temperatures stable, whether you're crawling through Phoenix traffic or cruising mountain passes. The magic is in the ergonomics. Upright riding position that keeps your spine happy. Windscreen that actually deflects wind instead of directing it straight at your face. And the suspension? Tuned for comfort without being sloppy. At 32.9 inches, the seat height might feel tall if you're vertically challenged, but the narrow waist means you can get your feet down easier than you'd expect. The fuel injection is dead simple. No carb drama, just twist and go. Service intervals are generous, and when something does need attention, any mechanic can work on it. Sure, it's not the prettiest bike on the road. Some call it purposeful, others call it plain ugly. But starting at $9,299, the V-Strom is for riders who understand that function beats form every single time. Number 3, BMW F750GS. Sometimes the best technology is knowing what not to change. The BMW F750GS proves that German engineering doesn't have to mean German complexity. That 853 cubic centimeter parallel twin delivers 77 horsepower and 61 pound-feet of torque, with a character that's both refined and approachable. It's not trying to set land speed records. It's tuned for grace, not race. The seat height options are brilliant, starting as low as 31.1 inches with the low seat option. Even shorter riders can plant both feet confidently. The ergonomics are spot on for long-distance comfort. But here's where BMW really nailed it for aging riders. The electronics actually help instead of getting in the way. A BS Pro works in corners. Dynamic traction control prevents rear wheel spin without being intrusive. The ride modes actually make sense. The TFT display is clear and easy to read. The connectivity features work without requiring a computer science degree. Even the USB port is positioned where you can actually use it. And that semi-active suspension? It reads the road and adjusts before your spine knows what happened. It's like having a suspension technician riding along, making micro adjustments every millisecond. Starting at $9,995, the F750GS proves you can have German engineering without German headaches. Number 2, Yamaha Ténéré 700. If you had to pick one engine to survive the apocalypse, this would be it. The Ténéré 700's CP2 engine is so reliable it's almost boring, and that's exactly why it's brilliant. This 689 cubic centimeter parallel twin puts out 72 horsepower and 50 pound-feet of torque. Those aren't massive numbers, but they're delivered with Yamaha's legendary bulletproof reliability that's been proven across millions of miles. The 270-degree crossplane crankshaft gives this engine its distinctive character. Unlike a traditional 180-degree parallel twin that fires evenly, the CP2 fires unevenly like a V-twin, creating more torque feel and a better exhaust note. But here's the genius part. Yamaha designed this engine for 26,000-mile service intervals. 26,000 miles. Most bikes need major service every 6,000 to 12,000 miles. That's not confidence, that's engineering arrogance backed up by real-world testing. The ergonomics work for aging riders too. Upright position, natural bar placement, and foot pegs, positioned to reduce knee strain. The suspension is tuned for real-world riding, soaking up potholes and expansion joints without transmitting harsh impacts to your spine. The 2025 Low Edition drops the seat height to 860 millimeters, making it even more accessible. And those bigger foot pegs? Perfect for standing comfort when the road gets rough. At around $10,449, the Ténéré 700 is for riders who want to go anywhere without worrying about getting home. Number 1. Triumph Tiger 660. Picture this. British character meets Japanese reliability. That's the Triumph Tiger 660. This 660 cubic centimeter parallel twin delivers the perfect balance of power and manageability. It's got enough punch to keep up with traffic, but it's not trying to throw you into the weeds every time you crack the throttle. The ergonomics are pure perfection for aging riders. Seat height that's manageable, bars positioned for natural arm placement, and foot pegs that don't require yoga flexibility to reach. But here's what makes it special. It sounds like a Triumph, feels like a Triumph, but it's reliable like a Honda. That's a combination that's incredibly hard to achieve. The suspension is well tuned for comfort without being sloppy. The brakes are progressive and confidence-inspiring. The electronics are there when you need them, but invisible when you don't. And the build quality. This isn't some budget bike pretending to be premium. The fit and finish are excellent. The switch gear is high quality. Even the paint and chrome are top-notch. The Tiger 660 proves you don't have to choose between soul and dependability. You can have both, wrapped in that distinctive Triumph character that makes every ride feel special. The 5 worst. Now let's talk about the bikes that'll make you question your life choices. Number 5, Ducati Multistrada V4. What happens when Italian engineers build a bike with enough power to launch satellites? You get the Multistrada V4. And if you're an aging rider, you get a problem. That 1,158 cubic centimeters, V4 pumps out 170 horsepower. That's not just fast. That's accidentally break the speed limit in first gear fast. For aging riders who want to cruise, not race, it's complete overkill. At approximately 570 pounds wet, this thing is heavy, really heavy. Drop it in a parking lot and you'll need help getting it upright. The high center of gravity doesn't help either. But here's the real killer. The power-to-weight combination is intimidating. That massive power output can be overwhelming if not managed with the proper riding modes. And when you're stuck in traffic, you might as well duct tape a toaster to your thigh. The electronics are sophisticated, sure, but they're also complex. Multiple riding modes, traction control settings, suspension adjustments. It's like flying a fighter jet when all you wanted was a comfortable ride to the coffee shop. And the maintenance? You better have MotoGP money and a therapist on speed dial. This is a high-strung, high-maintenance diva that'll tear through your bank account faster than it tears up the track. Number 4, KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. Ever seen a bike that resists leaning into corners like it's afraid of commitment? Meet the KTM 1290 Super Adventure R. This thing has serious on-road handling issues. It resists leaning into corners, making it difficult to make quick directional changes above 40 kilometers per hour. For aging riders who want predictable, confidence-inspiring handling, this is a nightmare. At 34.6 inches, the seat height is a challenge for shorter riders, especially when you're trying to maneuver this beast while stationary or at low speeds. And despite its design to lower the center of gravity, the bike's overall height and weight make it feel cumbersome. The small, adjustable windscreen creates significant wind noise. Some riders find it quieter with the screen in the lowest position, which defeats the purpose of having wind protection in the first place. And while it excels off-road, most aging riders aren't planning to tackle the Dakar Rally. They want a bike that's comfortable on the road, not one that punishes them for choosing pavement over dirt. The R version lacks heated grips and a heated seat compared to the S model. For aging riders dealing with circulation issues or arthritis, that's not just an inconvenience, it's a deal breaker. Number 3. Honda Africa Twin Adventure Sports. Sometimes bigger isn't better. Sometimes it's just bigger. The Africa Twin Adventure Sports proves that point perfectly. That tall seat height is the first problem. Even experienced riders can feel intimidated when they can't get both feet down confidently. For aging riders, it's a confidence killer. But the real issue is the complexity. The dashboard and switchgear are overly complicated and unintuitive. Some functions require using buttons from both switch blocks in combination. When you're trying to adjust something while riding, it's like solving a Rubik's Cube with gloves on. The DCT limitations are frustrating too. In sport mode, the dual-clutch transmission can downshift late, resulting in a loss of expected engine braking. It may make mistakes in cornering or on uphill hairpin. For aging riders who want predictable behavior, this is maddening. And that ineffective stock windshield? Taller riders will experience wind noise and buffeting because the factory windscreen is too low. After a few hours of highway riding, you'll feel like you've been in a wind tunnel. The 24.8-liter fuel tank feels wide compared to competitors. While that's not necessarily a problem at a relaxed pace, it can make the bike feel bulky for riders with shorter legs. Number 2. BMW R1250GS Adventure. Here's the truth about the R1250GS Adventure that BMW doesn't want you to know. It's too much bike for most aging riders. At over 600 pounds fully loaded, this thing is a heavyweight champion that demands respect. And when respect turns to fear, the fun disappears fast. The high cost is brutal. Both purchase price and maintenance will drain your retirement fund faster than a casino slot machine. We're talking $20,000 plus just to get started, and that's before you add the accessories you'll actually need. But the real killer? That heavy, top-heavy feel. The significant weight and high center of gravity make it difficult to handle at slow speeds or in technical situations. For aging riders with reduced strength or mobility, it's a recipe for disaster. The suspension performance on rough roads can feel unsettled or jarring, especially in dynamic mode. Instead of smoothing out the bumps, it can transmit harsh impacts straight to your spine. And that quick shifter? It's clunky in lower gears, where shifting manually is often smoother. For a bike costing this much, that's unacceptable. The overall ride can be compromised on poor surfaces, despite the bike's otherwise impressive capabilities. When you're paying premium prices, you expect premium comfort. The R1250GS Adventure doesn't deliver. Number 1, Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. And the worst adventure bike for aging riders is the Triumph Tiger 1200 Rally Pro. Now don't get me wrong, this is an incredible machine. The engineering is brilliant, the performance is outstanding, and it'll tackle terrain that would make other bikes whimper. But for aging riders, it's all wrong. At 550 pounds, it's heavy enough to be intimidating. The 33.1-inch seat height means shorter riders will struggle to get both feet down. And when you combine that weight with that height, low-speed maneuvering becomes a workout. The power delivery is aggressive. 150 horsepower and 95 pound-feet of torque. Sounds impressive, but it's overkill for riders who want to cruise comfortably. This bike wants to go fast, and it'll punish you if you try to ride it slowly. The suspension, while technically brilliant, is tuned for performance, not comfort. Those 220 millimeters of travel are designed to soak up big hits at speed, not smooth out highway expansion joints for aging spines. And the price? Starting at $23,795 and climbing to nearly $25,000, it's a massive investment that most aging riders simply don't need to make. The Tiger 1200 Rally Pro is a bike for serious adventure riders who plan to tackle serious terrain. For aging riders who want comfort, reliability, and ease of use, it's complete overkill. The verdict. Here's the bottom line. The best adventure bikes for aging riders aren't necessarily the most advanced or the most powerful. They're the ones that prioritize comfort, reliability, and ease of use over raw performance. Look for lower seat heights, upright riding positions, and simple, intuitive controls. Choose proven reliability over cutting-edge technology. And remember, the best bike is the one that keeps you riding, not the one that looks best in the garage. The Honda NC750X, Suzuki V-Strom 650, BMW F750GS, Yamaha Ténéré 700, and Triumph Tiger 660. Understand this. They're built for riders who want to enjoy the journey, not conquer the world. Avoid the high-performance, high-maintenance machines that demand more than they give. Your back, your wallet, and your riding confidence will thank you. That glowing red thing on your screen? Yeah, that's the subscribe button. Hit it if you want more bikes that deliver maximum comfort for minimum drama. Still got fuel in the tank? Click the next video right here.